What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle. Yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new blessings, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on, and you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom of the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there. So please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you tired of being a zero? You ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos and y'all get them notifications, it's gonna be some information that's gonna help you win. And in today's video, we talking about the text time scammers. Yes, the text time fraud that's been going on for the past 100 some years. Because around this time, this is around the same time everybody likes to start committing scams and fraud and schemes and all different type of stuff. A lot of people try to utilize basically taxes is the only thing that most people know how to get some money, lump sums of money at that, and they try to figure out any and every way that they can get the most out of when it comes to taxes. Now, as a kid, a lot of people have grown up to believe that okay, tax time you get money, right? And people got to start understanding the only people who get taxes is the people who don't make enough money, who don't make a lot of money. So those are the people who are getting refunds. People who make money pay taxes. So people got to understand that first off. Then people got to start understanding that when it comes to taxes, everything has a loophole. So everything is based off of documentation, um, words, letters, information. So depending on the information that you have on certain documentations will determine how much you get approved when it comes to taxes. Now, when it comes to tax fraud and scams and schemes around tax time, it revolves around identity theft. A lot of people are filing fraudulent tax returns utilizing fraudulent documentations. When I say fraudulent documentations, it might be using somebody else's identity, a homeless person, or stealing somebody's identity. People steal people identities and file tax returns, which is kind of stupid because at the end of the day, that person is filing tax returns too, and it's going to pop up. So trying to use somebody else's information to file tax returns is really a dumb decision and dumb thing to do, because that person is going to be filing taxes too, and the money's going to stop and everything. But do you think scammers care about that? No, they care about getting the money. So if they get some money utilizing somebody else's information, that's all they care about, because it's not going to come back to them. They don't have to pay anything back. And a lot of people think that they are more than likely 10 steps ahead of cops and financial cops and things like that, when they're not. A lot of people are use their brains to a certain extent. So a lot of people are a lot of people wait for tax time, because this is a time where people get money utilizing what? Documentations. And a lot of fraud and schemes are developed and processed through documentations. So, tax time. People find people who do taxes because people know that they can get some money. So, it's people out here that's filing unemployment taxes, people who are filing regular taxes, business taxes, all different type of things, right? So people utilize what they can to get what they want when they need it. So everybody is a scammer in some type of way. In most cases, 99% of the time, if an opportunity presents itself to a person, they're going to take it. Meaning that if an opportunity for somebody to make $10,000, $500, $1,000 presents itself, they're going to take it, because the world revolves around money. Everything that we do costs. Nothing in life is free. From talking on this computer, Gotta pay for services, gotta pay for electricity, gotta pay for stuff. Like you gotta pay for everything in this world, and people don't understand that. So people do understand that, and that's why everybody is doing something to get some money. And people are tired of living the bare minimum and getting paid the bare minimum, working at these jobs. So a lot of people want to figure out ways to make lump sums of money quick, fast, and in a hurry without having to do too much work. And like I said, a lot of people are under the impression that scamming and scams and fraud is the easiest way for people to get money, and it's not, because most people don't understand that you have to utilize your brain. You have to actually understand certain things to be able to convince certain people to be able to buy things from you or be able to get into certain things. And it's just a lot that people don't understand what it is. So tax time scammers. Tax time scammers are people that only commit scams and fraud during tax time, meaning that they might be somebody who do taxes, and when you go to them to do your taxes, they always get you more money than what you're supposed to be getting. They're a scammer because they're altering documentations to perceive that this person is making this much or making this or made this much to be able to get an X amount of money, which will be more. Then you got people who come in with their own fake documentations, because a lot of people got to start understanding that a lot of scams and schemes and fraud is stems from documentations. A lot of times people don't understand that to get some money, you get a lump sum of money, loans, credit cards, lines of credit, taxes, all these things, you have to present some type of documentations. And depending on the information on those documentations will determine if you get approved or not, and it will determine how much you get. So people figure out what information they need to put on these documentations. And sometimes people change information on documentations, create synthetic documentations to be able to get approved for higher limits when it comes to loans, credit cards, lines of credit, and taxes. You got people to understand that you get, for each child that you have, you get an X amount. So people try to find kids that, because a lot of people out here got more than kids than what they can claim. So people try to find kids by, all right, give me this amount, give me that amount off the play, whatever. Like this is the time around that everybody in the world is trying to get some money, create some type of scam, or commit some type of fraud to get more money. And the world is just one big scam when it comes to these businesses, when it comes to people doing taxes, when it comes to the government. There's some type of scam or fraud being committed everywhere. And people just got to be more smart and be more aware and more cautious of it, because there's a lot of people that are naive and don't believe that it's happening and don't believe that it can happen to them until it does. And then that's when they want to lock in and really believe in it. No, you got to believe in it now so it won't happen, because it is happening. Scamming is up in all different countries, from India, Africa, United States, Canada, you name it. Everybody's trying to get some money everywhere. So people are going to figure out loopholes and figure out ways to do whatever that they know how to do to make some money, because every scam or scheme or fraud stems from some way of some people getting money, receiving money legally. And they're just flipping and using fraudulent documentations, fraudulent information to get this same money illegally. So people, so a lot of people that knock scammers and fraudsters because of the thing, because they are under the impression that they are stealing people's money. Scammers and fraudsters do not steal anybody's money. They be like, well, people be going in people's bank accounts and stealing. First of all, the money that is in the banks, that's in your bank account, is not your money. It's the government's money. It's federal. That's why it's federally insured. So if anything was to happen, you get that money back, and the bank is the one who's at loss, not that person. The person's going to get their money back. So the people are stealing from the banks, not the people. People make these credit cards and duplicate cards and stuff. It's a credit card, so the money is coming from the bank, not the person. So the bank is the person that lost, not the person. Checks. When people do these checks, check fraud, that money is federally insured. So that person is not at fault. The bank is at loss. So people gotta just really understand what's really going on, because a lot of people just think, oh, fraudsters and scammers make the most money, make easy money. They make a lot of money, but it ain't the easiest money, because you gotta actually utilize your brain, your social skills your knowledge to be able to do certain things that the average American wouldn't be able to do. So text time scammers are people who come around only text time, mainly people who do taxes for people. They know how to what numbers to put, what this and what that, and how to get people extra money. That's how they make their money. So at the end of the day, most people are scammers. It's just about what type of scam they're committing. Not every some scammers help people, some scammers take from people. It's just different things is going on. So with that being said, man, it's just all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware of what's going on out there, because you don't want to become a victim. You don't want to be a victim of scam, fraud, identity theft, or anything like that. So like I tell you guys all the time, make sure you guys are getting your Norton Life Locks, because Norton LifeLock will monitor all your financial accounts and social media accounts to make sure nothing fishy is going on, and it will monitor your information to make sure it's not on the dark web for people to buy to go get tax refunds, cars, loans, credit cards, lines of credit, etc., etc. Right. So make sure you guys are getting your Norton LifeLock, monitor them accounts and your financial accounts and your information. Make sure it's not on the dark web. Also, make sure you guys are freezing your credit profiles, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, because when you freeze them, nobody can get anything in your name or utilize your credit profile, not even you. So make sure you guys are freezing it. Make sure you guys are getting new debit and credit card numbers and cards every so often, because every time we tap and use these cards, this information is going on these databases, and there's always a data leak, hack, or compromise. So staying safe, keeping new information will keep us ahead of the scammers and the fraudsters, because if they do hack a system or compromise a system and that old information is on there, you will be all right, because that information is no longer valid. All right. So it's just all about staying more safe, staying more cautious, and being more aware and knowing what's going on out there, because to be more aware is to be more woke, and to be more woke is to be more cautious to keep yourself safe. All right. So shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping this sauce, and y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there is tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke. Let's get to work. FaceTime 101 limited gyms are $1,000. But for limit time only, I'm doing it for 600. Yes, 600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right, no screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yo me. Also, make sure you book your seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Ask me anything, get help with anything that you want to get help with. 10 seats available, 250. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Make sure you book your seat on the crypto tour, in-person limited gyms, $3,500 deposit, rest of money meeting person. Make sure you book your seat on a month-long mentorship, $2,500, but limited time only. I'm doing it for $500, and the first 10 people, $500, and you get a free load. So don't miss out on this deal and opportunity. Make sure you're checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App Millionaire Network. Still looking for people for the production company. Still looking for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameramen, women, gamers, streamers, and content curators. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube channels, my Twitches, my IGs, and TikToks. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world, because it's changing people's lives. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.